You know, advancements in medicine is something that's talked about almost every day in the news. Men, women, and children who have a higher quality of life thanks to new treatments and new technology. But there's another family member benefiting from new methods of medicine. As WBOC's Chris Weimer explains, what helps man can also help man's best friend.
Meet Bowzer. He's a rescue pup with a gentle disposition. He's on the road to recovery after tearing his ACL. And at the moment, he's making strides. Even if he doesn't seem to think he is. Here at the Animal Wellness Center of the Eastern Shore, under the direction of Dr. Jaclyn Wolinski, there are plenty of strides being made in helping improve the quality of life for pets.
Most of my clients really feel like the pets are part of the family, and they want to offer them everything that they have at their fingertips.
A lot has changed over the past few years in terms of what's available for veterinary care. Some of the newest treatments include laser therapy, a treatment for dogs with hind end pain, arthritis, muscle spasms, or just general mobility issues.
The laser penetrates the tissue to different levels and brings blood flow and circulation and basically supports and stimulates the body's natural healing.
On Bowzer, laser therapy focuses mostly on that surgically repaired ACL. The goggles protect his vision. Looking cool is just a side effect. Then there's something called an assisi loop, a device that creates an electromagnetic field.
That electromagnetic field actually resonates with the cell's energy, brings blood flow, speeds healing, toxin release, and provides pain relief without medication. The patient I had this morning isn't eating, and she's painful and difficult to medicate, so we tried this as a pain therapy, and hopefully if she feels better, then she'll want to eat and we can get other medications in her.
Dr. Wolinski says one of the more controversial new treatments, cannabis for pets. But the controversy comes from more the stigma than the reality. Wolinski says cannabis for pets is not medical marijuana.
Obviously, with the human side of it, with medical marijuana gaining popularity, it's come out more so. It's hemp-based. There's no THC in it. There's no high, but we have all of those other CBDs, cannabidiols, and all of those other plant chemicals that are really good for arthritis, pain relief, cancer therapy.
The reality is a dog's lifespan isn't a human's. One look at Bowzer, and it's easy to understand why anyone would have a tough time letting go. Not that Bowzer's going anywhere anytime soon. He's still pretty young. But the medical advancements that have been made can add time. More than that, though, they make the senior years just a little bit easier.
Caught early enough with still a lot of ammunition in our back pockets, we can extend life. If we catch it late, then we're talking more quality.
And really, it's quality that matters most, even if Bowzer thinks it's food. In Wycomico County, Chris Weimer, WBOC News, Salisbury.
Dr. Wolinski says anything that can be done with humans can, in theory, be done with pets. So there's no telling what advancements may come down the road.